and gentlemen, please welcome Honorable Chief Justice of India, Shri N.V. Ramana, Honorable Justice L. Nageshwar Rao, Honorable Justice Shri Satish Chandra Sharma, Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Shri K. Chandrasekhar Rao, Honorable Law Minister for Telangana, Shri A. Indrakaran Reddy Garu, on the dais, please. No, no, sir. Sorry, sir. Sorry. Apologies, sir. I would also like to recognize other dignitaries who are amidst us today. Honorable Mr. Justice R. Subhash Reddy Garu, Honorable Mr. Justice P.S. Narasimha, Honorable Ms. Justice Hema Kohli ji, Honorable Chief Justice of Andhra Pradesh, Shri Prashant Kumar Mishra, Honorable Ministers of the State of Telangana, Shri Mahmood Ali, Shri Srinivas Yadav, Shri K.T. Ramarao, Honorable Justice Chandraya, Chairperson of the Telangana State Human Rights Commissions, retired Justices, Justice Ravindran, Justice Kurian Joseph, all the sitting judges of the High Courts of Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, members of NCLT, NCLAT, respected Chief Secretary of Telangana, respected DGP sir, senior officers of the High Court, Government of Telangana. It's a matter of great honor to welcome all of you to this curtain raiser and stakeholders conclave, which is being organized on the occasion of the establishment of International Arbitration and Mediation Center here in Hyderabad. I would now request Honorable Mr. Justice Satish Chandra Sharma, Chief Justice of Telangana High Court, to kindly deliver the welcome address.
Honorable Mr. Justice N.V. Ramana, Chief Justice of India, Honorable Mr. K. Chandrasekhar Rao, Chief Minister State of Telangana, Honorable Mr. Justice L. Nageshwar Rao, Honorable Mr. Justice R. Subhash Reddy, Honorable Ms. Justice Hema Kohli, Honorable Mr. Justice P.S. Narasimha, Judges, Supreme Court of India, Honorable Mr. Justice R.V. Ravindran, former Judge, Supreme Court of India, Honorable Mr. Justice Kurian Joseph, former Judge, Supreme Court of India, other Honorable former Judges of the Supreme Court, Honorable Justice Prashant Mishra, Chief Justice of Andhra Pradesh High Court, my brother and sister judges from High Courts of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, Honorable Mr. Indrakaran Reddy, Minister of Law, Honorable Mr. K.T. Ramarao, Minister for Information Technology and Industries and Commerce, esteemed members of the legal fraternity, Government of Telangana, and guests, Mr. Somesh Kumar, Chief Secretary to Government, Mr. Jayesh Ranjan, Secretary to Government Information and Technology, Mr. Sitesh Mukherjee, in charge CEO of Arbitration Center, leaders of various wings of the industry, all the stakeholders of Arbitration and Mediation Center, print and electronic media, ladies and gentlemen. I am extremely honored and privileged to welcome Honorable Chief Justice of India, Honorable Judges of the Supreme Court, High Courts of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, and great legal luminaries of Indian judiciary, Honorable Chief Minister of Telangana and his team of ministers and bureaucrats, leaders of information technology, pharma industry and infrastructure industry, distinguished panel speakers, delegates, organizers from arbitration community both within India and abroad, and senior advocates to this landmark curtain raiser organized to introduce the International Arbitration and Mediation Center at Hyderabad to the world. India is emerging as economic superpower. The size and scale of India's economy its place in global prosperity, and the accomplishment of a legal system in guiding the largest democracy in the world, call for a world-class arbitration and mediation center. I am glad to inform you that all of us have been prompted to action by the vision of Honorable Mr. Justice N.V. Ramanna, the Chief Justice of India, to establish world-class, state-of-art international arbitration center at Hyderabad. The arbitration center at Hyderabad is being set up by a trust which has been authored by the Honorable Chief Justice of India himself to promote and develop arbitration, mediation, and other alternative dispute resolution processes with the aim and object of providing effective and expeditious justice to public. Hyderabad, the historical city, finds its place on the global map as it is leading in exports of software, pharma products, apart from huge development in infrastructure sector. Hyderabad is ideally situated to be the seat of such a world-class arbitration and mediation center. We all are aware that the Bharat Biotech, a Hyderabad-based pharma company, has invented Covaxin vaccination for coronavirus, and it is being exported also. It is saving lives not only in India but also in many other countries in the world. We are fortunate today to have Honorable Mr. Justice N.V. Ramanna with us. His Lordship is a man of principles with imbibed humility. He is part of several landmark judgments which reflect his adherence to judicial discipline and the rule of precedent. He is known for his equanimity and consensual approach to the challenges. After becoming the head of the judiciary of the world's biggest democracy, his lordship, within a short span of time, has taken a number of revolutionary decisions which will be remembered in the history of Indian judiciary. Immediately after assuming the office of Chief Justice of India in April this year, his lordship started to bring many reforms in the Indian judiciary. The first and the foremost step is the appointment of 9 judges to the Supreme Court in one recommendation of the collegium headed by his lordship. It is first of its kind in the history of the Supreme Court. Entire country realized as to how much Justice N.V. Ramanna is committed to the administration of justice in the country and to the rights of the common man of the country. When I met His Lordship Justice N.V. Ramanna for the first time, I took it as a surprise to know that His Lordship is so simple and docile and expresses concern towards everybody. While I was talking to His Lordship, I could find spontaneous solutions from His Lordship to the issues that are being faced by the judiciary. I deem it as my privilege to welcome Honorable Shri Justice N.V. Ramanna, Chief Justice of India, as chief guest of this curtain raiser to the inauguration of International Arbitration Center at Hyderabad. Honorable Mr. Justice L. Nageshwar Rao is the 7th person elevated directly from the bar to the Supreme Court of India. He was a senior advocate and a former Additional Solicitor General of India thrice. He has appeared in various landmark cases. He was a member of the Supreme Court appointed Mudgal Committee, headed by Justice Mukul Mudgal, to conduct an independent inquiry into the allegations of corruption, betting, and spot fixing in Indian Premier League matches. He has delivered landmark judgments as a judge of the Apex Court, and recently in the case of Patricia Mukim versus State of Meghalaya, it has been observed that, quote, free speech of citizens of this country cannot be stifled by implicating them in criminal cases unless such a speech has the tendency to affect public. The list of judgments delivered by His Lordship is very long. His long and rich expertise in the arbitration laws as an advocate and as a judge of the Supreme Court, and his commitment to embellish and flourish this arbitration center akin to any other world-class institution made him for being chosen as life member of the International Arbitration Center at Hyderabad. His Lordship, even on holidays, used to hold meetings with the trustees and other members of the governing body in order to ensure that this arbitration center is established within the time frame and starts functioning after this occasion. I heartily welcome His Lordship on this happy occasion. It could not have been possible to establish the arbitration center within a short period of time without the aid and assistance of the state government. Since the beginning, the government has been very proactive in extending all support and directing the government machinery to coordinate with the trust in establishing the International Arbitration Center at Hyderabad. I welcome Shri K. Chandrasekhar Rao Garu, Honorable Chief Minister, State of Telangana, to this event. His presence today adds strength and grandeur to this event. Honorable Mr. Justice Subhash Reddy, former Judge, Supreme Court of India, has practiced for almost 22 years in tribunals, civil courts, high courts of Andhra Pradesh, and the Supreme Court. He has specialized in constitutional laws. He was elevated to the Supreme Court in November 2018. He was the first judge from the state of Telangana to become a Supreme Court judge after the state was carved out from the state of Andhra Pradesh. He has also delivered landmark judgments. He was a member of the bench in Anuradha Bhasin versus Union of India, which dealt with the validity of the internet shutdown and movement restrictions imposed upon the people of Jammu and Kashmir. He was also a member of bench which delivered a judgment in the case of Abhilasha versus Prakash, wherein it was held that unmarried Hindu daughter can claim maintenance from their father till she is married. His Lordship has consented to participate in the panel session as a chairperson. We welcome you, sir. We are very happy to have the presence of Honorable Justice Hema Kohli, Judge Supreme Court of India, who is close to the hearts of the people of Telangana, as she was the first woman Chief Justice of Telangana. This project is very dear to Justice Hema Kohli. She has taken all pains and geared up entire machinery in materializing the execution of the trust deed by Honorable Chief Justice of India in the third week of August 2021. The trust has significantly benefited from the keen involvement of Honorable Justice Hema Kohli. She is also having a vast experience in the field of arbitration, and we are all honored to be associated with her in establishing the world-class International Arbitration Center. We welcome you, Madam. Honorable Mr. Justice P.S. Narasimha is son of Honorable Mr. Justice P. Kodanda Ramaya, a former judge of the Composite High Court. Justice Narasimha has spent most of his childhood in Hyderabad, and after initial practice in High Court of Hyderabad, shifted his practice to Supreme Court on the advice of his father. Justice Narasimha has represented Government of India in large number of prestigious cases, and he is known for his deep knowledge in the field of constitutional laws. Justice Narasimha was the arguing counsel in the historic Ayodhya dispute case. He was appointed as amicus curiae by the Supreme Court in the case related to BCCI. He has also represented Government of India in the famous Italian Marine case. He is deeply interested in philosophy and culture. He is also known for his compassion and humility. We welcome you, sir. We are also fortunate to have Honorable Justice R.V. Ravindran, former judge of the Supreme Court and the life trustee of Arbitration Center. Justice Ravindran was a distinguished counsel in the High Court of Karnataka. He has practiced before various high courts as well as Supreme Court of India. He was appointed as a judge of Karnataka High Court and was the Chief Justice of Madhya Pradesh High Court. And later on, he became a judge of the Supreme Court. Justice Ravindran needs no introduction. He is a name in the field of arbitration, and the most important arbitrations in the country are being handled by him at present. I am fortunate that I have appeared in a number of cases before Justice Ravindran when his Lordship was the Chief Justice of Madhya Pradesh High Court. After his retirement in 2011, Honorable Supreme Court appointed as a member of Lodha Committee, and recommendations were made for improving the Board of Control for Cricket in India. Recently, he has been nominated by the Supreme Court as a member of three-member technical committee probing sensational Pegasus snooping allegations. We welcome you, sir. Honorable Minister for Law, Mr. A. Indrakaran Reddy, is a trustee of the Arbitration Center. In spite of his busy schedule, he has participated in the trust meetings held from time to time. He has extended all support required for establishment of Arbitration Center from time to time. We welcome you, sir. Honorable Minister for Information Technology and Industries and Commerce, Mr. K.T. Ramarao, is also with us. He was present when the trust deed was created by executing the trust deed in the third week of August. On that day, he assured the Honorable Chief Justice of India that and other judges fullest cooperation from the government side in establishing the arbitration center. In fact, his instructions given to the government from time to time have resulted in establishment of the arbitration center in such a short span of time. We welcome you, sir. Finally, I also acknowledge the commitment of the Chief Secretary, Mr. Somesh Kumar, IAS, and Information Technology and Industries Secretary, Mr. Jayesh Ranjan, IAS, for their continuous support and guidance by participating in all the meetings of the Trust and helping us in all respects. I welcome both of you, sirs. Lastly, I want to inform all the honorable judges, respected dignitaries, industry leaders, arbitrators, advocates, and others that in order to reduce the workload on the existing commercial court at Hyderabad, the High Court has designated another district court in the City Civil Court as a special court to try and dispose of commercial cases. This will reduce the workload on the existing commercial court, paving way for speedy disposal of cases filed under the Arbitration and Conciliation Act. I would also like to inform the August gathering that even in the High Court, a bench has been constituted for handling cases arising out of arbitration matters and commercial appeals. Though initially, judiciary and government are helping in establishing the arbitration center in Hyderabad, this arbitration center will not be controlled either by the judiciary or by the government, and it will be managed by an independent body of experts in the field of arbitration in the form of governing council with full autonomy. Overwhelming response from all the stakeholders to this conference is an indication that the leaders of the industry have acknowledged the vision of the Honorable Chief Justice of India in establishing the International Arbitration and Mediation Center at Hyderabad. I once again welcome all the dignitaries on the dais, and wish them a great day. Jai Hind.
అనురాగానికి అమ్మ ఆదర్శం, ఆరోగ్యానికి శ్రీ సాయి హోమియో స్టోర్స్ అండ్ క్లినిక్. అనుభవం, అర్హత, అంకిత భావం కల డాక్టర్లచే చికిత్స. అన్ని రకాల ఆరోగ్య సమస్యలకు నమ్మకమైన ఎంపిక శ్రీ సాయి హోమియో స్టోర్స్ అండ్ క్లినిక్. డయాబెటిస్, కీళ్ల నొప్పులు, సయాటికా, వెన్నుముక సమస్యలు, థైరాయిడ్, నిద్రలేమి, మానసిక సమస్యలు, ఋతు సమస్యలు, అన్ని రకాల దీర్ఘకాలిక వ్యాధులకు ప్రత్యేక హోమియో వైద్యం. అందరికీ అందుబాటులో అంతర్జాతీయ హోమియో వైద్యం శ్రీ సాయి హోమియో స్టోర్స్ అండ్ క్లినిక్. మీ ఆరోగ్య సమస్య ఏదైనా ఇప్పుడు పరిష్కారం సాధ్యం. సైడ్ ఎఫెక్ట్ లేని వైద్యంతో సంపూర్ణ ఆరోగ్యం కొరకు సంప్రదించండి శ్రీ సాయి హోమియో క్లినిక్ అండ్ స్టోర్స్, భవానీ నగర్, అంబేద్కర్ నగర్ రోడ్, ఓల్డ్ అల్వాల్, సికింద్రాబాద్. సంప్రదించాల్సిన ఫోన్ నంబర్స్ 9000751751 మరియు 9000422525.
Thank you very much, sir, for your cordial welcome to all the dignitaries, all the guests. Ladies and gentlemen, to explain the basic concept of what the International Arbitration and Mediation Center will deliver, a short film has been prepared. I would now request the AV team to please play the short film on IAMCH.
The city of Hyderabad now has a fully equipped International Arbitration and Mediation Center.
Parties can choose world-renowned arbitrators and mediators. Total autonomy, user-friendly rules, and a proper framework will define the characters of this center. Ultimately, the success of arbitration and mediation will reduce the burden on the judiciary. The city of Hyderabad is itself a global brand. Almost all multinations have a stake here. For arbitration and mediation, Hyderabad will be a natural destination.
Hyderabad city is known for its many historic monuments, syncretic culture and food. But since the turn of this century, it has grown into an investment hub. Hyderabad is one of Asia's fastest growing cities, with 7.8% real GDP growth after Bengaluru in India and Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. Between October 2019 and November 2020, the state of Telangana received foreign direct investment of $1,516 million, hence ranking 8th among Indian states in the FDI chart. Also, many globally leading IT companies like Facebook, Google, IBM, Amazon, and Microsoft are among others that have made huge investments in Hyderabad, as Hyderabad leads the exports in the sectors of IT, pharma, life sciences, infrastructure, agri-commodities. If disputes arise, then an arbitration center will help with their timely resolution.
So center of arbitration, which can possibly ensure that both parties can actually seek redressal when it comes to a very honorable, respectable exit from a situation or from a problem, something that's obviously welcomed by the industry, welcomed by the governments also. Because even the governments, when it comes to dispute redressal, if we don't redress them quickly, we end up looking bad also. That will continue to hurt the investor sentiment. So when the Honorable Chief Justice of India mooted this idea of in a center of arbitration, our Honorable Chief Minister of Telangana, Shri KCR Garu, readily agreed to it. Not only did he readily agree, but in fact he committed in terms of budgetary support.
Known as the city of Nizams, Hyderabad is a beautiful amalgamation of rich history and modern infrastructure, offering a diversity of experience to users who choose the center for arbitration or mediation. The direct air connectivity to many parts of Asia, top hotel chains and transport infrastructure provide the highest standards required for establishing an international arbitration center in any destination. The center itself promises a world-class infrastructure equipped with all modern gadgets and technology for conducting offline and online arbitrations. They include transcription software and instant translations for over 160 foreign languages, along with translators. Situated on the 21st and 22nd floor of the Gulf Edge, across an area of 16,000 square feet in total, the center is located at the heart of the financial district of Hyderabad. Proximity to a high-speed expressway with 19 access points, easily accessible from the airport, several five-star accommodations nearby, and an in-house hotel at the center are a few facilities that come with the location. The center will find resolution to disputes concerning foreign investors investing in India. It will help domestic investors who wish to avoid litigation and want the dispute to be settled faster. A structured and collaborative process can resolve a conflict, and mediation brings that to the table.
The greatest strength and the greatest weakness of mediation is it is voluntary and not binding unless parties arrive at a settlement. Now, people do not know much about mediation. The center will endeavor to popularize mediation. It will give a framework to ensure that mediation becomes a success. It will provide good mediators and popularize the mediation process.
Apart from the quick resolution of disputes, inexpensive arbitrations and mediations is also possible, as the fee of the center is also aligned to the 4th schedule of the Arbitration Act 1996. Dispute resolution is an important facet of business, and every person wants their disputes to be resolved at the earliest in an impartial manner.
Existing arbitrations with ad hoc tribunals can start using the facilities at the center for both physical and online arbitration, or even hybrids. Contracting parties center rules, thereby availing the services of the center's secretariat to administer their ongoing or potential disputes in future. As per the arbitration center's rules, the eminent arbitrators and domain experts within India and abroad will be available to act in the arbitral tribunals constituted through the center.
It is my pleasure now to invite Honorable Chief Minister of Telangana, Shri K. Chandrasekhar Rao, to deliver the special address on this occasion.
Respected Chief Justice of India, Sri N.V. Ramana Garu, Honorable Justice Sri Lav Nageshwar Rao Garu, Honorable Justice Sri Subhash Reddy Garu, Honorable Justice Hima Kohli ji, Honorable Justice Sri P.S. Narasimha Garu, Honorable Chief Justice Sri Satish Chandra Misra ji, Honorable Justice R.V. Ravi Chandran Garu, my colleague ministers, senior officers, speakers, members of the legal fraternity, members of the trade and industries associations, representative of chartered accountancy, firms and company secretaries firms, members of press, electronic media, distinguished invitees, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the government of Telangana and the people of Telangana, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to the Honorable Chief Justice of India, Sri N.V. Ramana Garu, for his decision to set up an international arbitration and mediation center in Hyderabad. I expect you to clap. We heartfully thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your kind gesture to our native place. All of us are aware that since ancient time in India, settlements of dispute by village elders has been prevailing. The new trend of alternative dispute resolution system is stemmed from the traditional resolution of disputes at Ratcha Banda in olden days. Now the arbitration is recognized one of the best modes of alternate dispute resolution. India embarked on the liberalization of the economy, particularly industrial and finance sector, as a strategy for economic growth 3 decades ago. We know that ease of doing business and efficient enforcement of contracts are very critical for the growth of economy. Unfortunately, India is lagging behind when it comes to enforcement of contracts. Though it is very late in establishing such a center in the country, we should be happy that it is coming up now and in Hyderabad. Hyderabad is a very appropriate choice given its thriving IT and industrial sectors and best quality supporting infrastructure like airport and hotels. And our central location and excellent connectivity with the rest of the country and the world, Hyderabad has emerged as a global city in the recent past. The presence of several global Fortune 500 companies in Hyderabad is the testimony to it. Hyderabad is a multicultural, multilingual city for centuries. Further, with its moderate climate, Hyderabad is the best option to locate this center. I once again thank the Honorable Chief Justice of India, Sri N.V. Ramana Garu, for selecting Hyderabad to locate the International Arbitration and Mediation Center. I am aware that sometimes, due to various reasons beyond control, companies do end up facing contractual disputes and other forms of litigation with their suppliers, customers, or partners. Sometimes even the central and state governments become a party to such litigations. Practical experience of last so many decades show that due to a variety of structural reasons, including insufficient number of courts and judges, the litigation gets prolonged and adversely affect the functioning and balance sheets of the affected companies. The alternate dispute resolution mechanism that the proposed arbitration and mediation center provides would be of tremendous value to the industries and business in India. Due to absence of such facility hitherto in our country, I am aware that many companies have to face enormous challenges in getting their disputes resolved in courts and centers located in foreign cities like Singapore, Paris, Dubai, and London. On behalf of the Telangana government, I am happy that we have been able to create a 25,000 square feet facility to start the center without any delay. At the same time, we have decided to provide a suitable land parcel that is in Puppalaguda, just now selected by Honorable Chief Justice of India, very close to the part of the financial district of Hyderabad, for a permanent building for the center. I am confident that under the personal stewardship of respected Chief Justice of India, Sri N.V. Ramana Garu, ably assisted by our trustees like Honorable Justice Sri Nageshwar Rao Garu and Honorable Justice R.P. Ravindran Garu, the center will receive huge patronage, not just from our state and the whole country, but also from the entire Asia, thereby making it stand out as a premier institution of global repute. I am happy that the formal inauguration of the center is taking place in another fortnight's time. I convey my best wishes for the tremendous success of this center. Thank you very much. Thank you one and all. Jai Hind, Jai Telangana.
Thank you very much, sir, for the contribution of yourself and the entire government in making the dream of Honorable Chief Justice of India a reality. It is my pleasant duty to now invite Honorable Justice Sri L. Nageshwar Rao Garu to deliver his presidential address.
Justice N.V. Ramana, Chief Justice of India. Justice Satish Chandra Sharma, Chief Justice Telangana High Court. Shri Chandrasekhar Rao, Chief Minister of Telangana. Shri Indrakaran Reddy, Minister for Law. My colleagues from the Supreme Court, Mr. Subhash Reddy, Justice Subhash Reddy, who will join us soon, and Justice Hima Kohli, and Justice Narasimha. Justice Kurian Joseph, former judge of the Supreme Court. Mr. Prashant Mishra, Chief Justice of the Andhra Pradesh High Court. Judges of the Telangana High Court and Andhra Pradesh High Court, Mr. K.T. Ramarao and his cabinet colleagues, members of the Governing Council, representatives of the industry and business from Hyderabad and other places, the press, and all others present here. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I should tell you that this center is a brainchild of the Chief Justice of India. Immediately after taking over as Chief Justice, we had a discussion and he told me that there was this concept of starting a center about 20 years back, and even land was allotted by the then government. But the center could not materialize. So we discussed about the center and the usefulness of this center and how it would cater to those who are seeking to resolve the disputes by arbitration. Without the cooperation of the government of Telangana, we could not have achieved the progress which we have achieved so far. And with the active assistance of Mr. K.T. Ramarao and the Law Minister, we have made significant progress even before the inauguration takes place on 18th of December. Justice Ravindran, who's a life trustee, has been an inspiration. I have been working with him closely for the past 4 months, and he's so punctilious. And with the able guidance of Justice Ravindran, the members of the Governing Council have framed the rules of the trust as well as the arbitration and mediation center. We have accomplished people from the field of arbitration in the Governing Council. Sir Bernard Eder is an international arbitrator and mediator who has 35 years of experience in commercial litigation and international arbitration. He is a member of the Governing Council. Mr. Toby Landau is a barrister and an advocate and a member of the bars of England and Wales, Singapore, New York. And he is also an experienced arbitrator who has consented to be a member of the Governing Council. We have Dr. Yon Young Park, who is the Vice President of the London Court of International Arbitration and a member of the Singapore International Arbitration Center, who is also a member of a Governing Council member. Mr. Chitra Narayan, who is a renowned arbitrator, has consented to be in the Governing Council. We have Mr. Nakul Diwan, who is a senior counsel, who is a very busy arbitrational practitioner. He is also a member of the council. We have Pramod Nair, who specializes in arbitration, who is a member. Mr. Sitesh Mukherjee, he is a member of the Governing Council and he is the pro tem CEO. Till we appoint a regular CEO, he has been in charge of the affairs of the trust till now. We appointed Tariq Khan, who is very well experienced in the field of arbitration, who will be the registrar of this center. Before I say a few words, I would like you to hear the messages sent by members of the Governing Council from beyond the shores, Mr. Toby Landau and Dr. Yon Young Park.
సెరెనిటీ మోడల్ హై స్కూల్ విద్యార్థులకు అమ్మఒడి సామాన్యులకు అందుబాటులో ఉన్న బడి సెరెనిటీ మేడ్చల్ జిల్లాలో మేటిగా నిలిచి సాటిలేని ఫలితాలను సాధిస్తున్న నంబర్ 1 స్కూల్ సెరెనిటీ. మా ప్రత్యేకతలు ప్రతి విద్యార్థి పట్ల వ్యక్తిగత శ్రద్ధ, యాక్టివిటీ బేస్డ్ లెర్నింగ్ అండ్ డిజిటల్ క్లాస్ రూమ్స్, కంప్యూటర్ ల్యాబ్, 100% ఫలితాలు, స్పోర్ట్స్ అండ్ కల్చరల్ యాక్టివిటీస్, యోగా, అబాకస్ మరియు వేదిక్ మ్యాథ్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్. ప్లీజ్ విజిట్ Serenity Model High School, Nagaram. Admissions are in progress. Call 040-271-46899 and 040-271-48699.
Honourable Chief Justice of India, Honourable Mr. Justice L.N. Rao, Judge, Supreme Court of India, Honourable Chief Minister of the State of Telangana, Honourable Chief Justice of the High Court of Telangana, other distinguished judges of the Supreme Court of India and the High Court of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, ladies and gentlemen. It is now getting quite cold in London, but I send you all very warm greetings and best wishes with regard to the launch of the International Arbitration and Mediation Centre in Hyderabad. Over almost 50 years, my own practice, both as counsel and as arbitrator, has focused on international arbitration. And during that time, the old days of ad hoc arbitration have largely given way to institutional arbitration, and for very good reason. Experience has shown the substantial advantages of institutional arbitration, from the beginning of the arbitral process when the tribunal is first appointed until the publication of the award. It provides an appropriate structure for the resolution of commercial disputes and ensures so far as possible that the arbitral process is carried out fairly, with reasonable speed, and at reasonable cost. These three objectives, fairness in process, reasonable speed, and reasonable cost, lie at the heart of successful modern commercial arbitration. It is with these objectives in mind that the IAMC has been set up and the applicable arbitration rules have been drafted. Under the watchful eye and guiding hand of the Board of Trustees and the Registrar, I am sure that these objectives will be achieved and that the IAMC Hyderabad will soon become one of the great arbitral institutions in the world. So it is a great honour and privilege for me to send you greetings from London and to wish everybody a successful launch of the International Arbitration and Mediation Centre, Hyderabad. Thank you.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be on the Governing Council of the International Arbitration and Mediation Centre, Hyderabad. This center is a great initiative to match a rapidly developing market in Hyderabad and looks to start a new era of doing business in Hyderabad. Hyderabad, with its vast IT industry, is the ideal location to set up the International Arbitration and Mediation Center. Arbitration and mediation are the model forms of dispute resolution for such an industry, as they provide efficiency and predictability, and most notably for the IT industry, confidentiality. These factors are also highly attractive to Hyderabad's other major industries in pharma and construction, and would incentivize both imports and exports from Hyderabad. A robust arbitration and mediation practice for both international and domestic disputes will result in much more effective and viable economic development. Hyderabad has earned the nickname Cyderabad with its strong development of the IT market, making it India's leading hub for such services, and a modern professional arbitration and mediation center will take its national and international presence to new heights. The presence of the Honorable Chief Justice and other distinguished national judicial luminaries here is a wonderful sign of the collaboration between the judicial and arbitral worlds that this center will ensure. I'm sure with its capable officers and highly competent professionals who will be a part of this center, it will be a roaring success and be a shining example of dispute resolution for both India and the world. Thank you very much.
All of you might be thinking why we members of the judiciary are talking about alternate dispute resolution. With the existing infrastructure and the number of judges that are available in this country, it will be impossible to clear the backlog. We have more than 4 crore cases pending in all courts in this country. As the Chief Minister was mentioning, arbitration and mediation are historic. They have been existing from ages. Prince Philip, who is the father of Alexander, is supposed to have settled a dispute pertaining to territory through mediation. The English have arbitration in commerce since 1224, that's about 900 years back. And we, in our country, have also been practicing arbitration even at the village level, as was pointed out by the Chief Minister. Arbitrations which are conducted ad hoc, which is the parties get together and decide on a person who is going to resolve the disputes, and they decide on what the rules would be, and they decide on the procedure to be followed. Flexibility is there in ad hoc arbitrations. Insofar as institutional arbitrations are concerned, there are distinct advantages. Institutional arbitrations are conducted by institutions, by a court-annexed institution which runs on the guidance of the court by matters referred to from the court. And you have a court-assisted arbitration center where the court keeps its arm's length, but there's a cooperation of the court. And there are freestanding models like our arbitration center, which is not connected to any court. So why should there be institutional arbitration when all of you know that arbitrations can be conducted ad hoc? The 246th Law Commission, by noting that the Arbitration Act of 1996 is agnostic insofar as institutional arbitrations are concerned, recommended that there should be an amendment to Section 11(6) of the Arbitration Act to redress the systemic malaise. The advantages of institutional arbitration was recognized by the Law Commission. Thereafter, a commission was appointed headed by Justice B.N. Sri Krishna, of which Justice Ravindran and Justice Narasimha were also members, to make recommendations for amendment to the Arbitration Act. Recommendations made by Sri Krishna Commission led to the amendment to the Arbitration Act in 2019. Justice Sri Krishna, in his report, referred to the advantages of international arbitration, which are that the institutional arbitrations would offer a clear set of arbitration rules and timelines for the conduct of arbitrations, support from trained staff who administer various stages of the arbitration proceedings, a panel of arbitrators to choose from depending on the required area of expertise, and in some cases, supervision in the form of scrutiny of awards. You might be knowing that there are not too many international arbitrations or disputes that are settled by the institutions that are existing in India. Even in the report, Justice Sri Krishna refers to the 5 most preferred destinations for arbitrations. One is the London Court of International Arbitration, the Stockholm Court, the ICC, the Hong Kong International Arbitration Center, and the Singapore International Arbitration Center. Only last year, there are 500 cases where Indian parties are involved which have gone to the Singapore International Arbitration Center. And statistics would show that there are nearly 120 cases which have gone to Paris. All this is because of what has been identified by Justice Sri Krishna in his report. The reasons for people not utilizing institutions in India, the reasons given by him are lack of credible arbitral institutions in India. He says that existing arbitral institutions in India are not up to date with international best practices and may not have staff with the requisite skill set to be able to provide the support that parties and arbitrators look for. In matching up to the facilities provided by and practices followed by international institutions of repute, institutions here may be out of their depth without appropriate knowledge and experience. The second problem is misconceptions relating to international arbitrations. There is a notion that institutional arbitrations end up hurting the pockets of the parties. This is without any basis, as fee charged by the IIMC Hyderabad is very reasonable and are more or less comparable to the fees specified in the 4th schedule of the Arbitration Act. Long hours have been spent by Justice Ravindran and the members of the Governing Council in finalizing the fee that is to be charged by the center and the fee that is to be fixed for payment to the arbitrators. With arbitration being facilitated by an institution where all organizational and administrative needs are catered under one roof, the proceedings are likelier to conclude earlier, thereby saving costs. It is also believed that institutional arbitration affects party autonomy significantly. However, the institutions are careful to respect party autonomy and tend to protect only issues concerning integrity of proceedings from the parties. The other anomaly that was found by Justice Sri Krishna is that there is lack of governmental support for institutional arbitrations, which we have in abundance, courtesy the Chief Minister, Mr. Ramarao, and his cabinet colleagues. With this active support of the government, where arbitral institutions would be given an opportunity to prove their mettle, I see a bright future for this center. Lack of statutory backing of institutional arbitration is one problem that Sri Krishna pointed out. Centers like Singapore and Hong Kong have owed a substantial degree of their success by being designated as the default authorities for when parties are unable to decide on appointment of arbitrators. While there have been similar recommendations and subsequent amendments to the Arbitration Act to incorporate similar provisions requiring the courts to designate graded arbitral institutions, these provisions are yet to come into effect. The Commission made some plain speaking about judicial attitudes to arbitration, which need not be mentioned at this platform. The top institutions which I have mentioned get work because of the deficiencies in the institutions in India. I am sure that this institution would provide a platform for all of you to utilize this world-class facility. I should tell you that there is another misnomer that these centers are good only for arbitrations where there is huge amount of money involved, the stakes are very high, which is not true. Even arbitrations where the stakes are less can be taken by the arbitration center at less cost. We also encourage ad hoc arbitrations. You can use the facility that has been created by this center. We have created a world-class facility for online arbitrations. And apart from this, I should say a word about mediation. Mediation is a fast-growing alternate dispute resolution. People can, with the assistance of a mediator, resolve their disputes to start with. There's a protocol that we have developed for MEDARB, where you have a mediation. If it's not settled in mediation, the matter can be settled by arbitration. We also have protocol for ARB-MEDARB, which would be that you start off with a mediation, and if the arbitrators feel that certain issues or all the issues can be settled through mediation, they'll suspend the arbitration proceedings, mediation can be proceeded with, and ultimately they come back and then pass an award which is binding on the parties. So we have made rules and protocol for mediation, MEDARB, as well as ARB-MEDARB. The relevance of mediation, MEDARB, and ARB-MEDARB, along with arbitration, would be very significant in these days of growing business activity, the economic growth, and people entering into agreements. Initially, when you enter into an agreement, everything is hunky-dory. But thereafter, in case there is a dispute, any diligent or prudent businessman would be thinking, what if? What if there is a problem, whether my dispute will be resolved early? And this center definitely is going to provide that platform for early resolution of disputes in a very effective manner and at less cost. I'm sure that this center coming up in the city of pearls would add to the glory of the vibrant metropolis. Thank you very much.
కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ రంగాలలో దశాబ్దపు అనుభవంతో కస్టమర్ల మరియు శ్రేయోభిలాషుల మన్ననలను నమ్మకాన్ని గెలుపొందిన సంస్థ విఆర్ఆర్ కన్స్ట్రక్షన్స్. నాణ్యతకు నమ్మకానికి మారుపేరు విఆర్ఆర్ కన్స్ట్రక్షన్స్. ఇండిపెండెంట్ హౌసెస్, అపార్ట్మెంట్స్, విల్లాస్ అన్ని రకాల హంగులతో అలరించే అద్భుతమైన వెంచర్స్ తో పాటు అందరికీ అందుబాటు ధరలో సొంత ఇంటి కలను సాకారం చేసే నమ్మకమైన సంస్థ VRR Constructions. Please visit VRR Constructions, Varatex Plaza near Radhika Theatre, ECL X Road, Hyderabad. Call to 9100885551 91008855.